We want to find the length of the rectangle that will give us an area that is a sum or difference of two cubes. So that means we want to find the expression here, which is a trinomial, so that when we multiply it by 3x minus 2, the area is a perfect cube plus or minus another perfect cube. Okay, so what do we know? We know that a perfect cube is something like 3x times 3x times 3x. That's going to give us a perfect cube. So when you multiply a number by itself 3 times, you get a perfect cube. So this is going to give us 27x cubed. We also know that a perfect cube could look like this: -2 times -2 times -2. This is going to give us -8. Now, we know that the first term in the area comes from this section. So we want this to be a perfect cube. So if we want this to be a perfect cube and one of the factors is 3x, then the other factors should be 3x times 3x, which is 9x squared. So I should put here a 9x squared so that when I multiply the two sides, I'm going to get 27x cubed, which is a perfect cube. So let's put here 27x cubed. And we know where we got the 9x squared from. All right. The second term of the area, or the last term of the area, comes from this section. Now, one of the numbers that we are going to multiply to get this product here is -2. So therefore, in order to get a perfect cube here, we will multiply -2 by -2 times -2, which is +4. So this is +4. So that +4 times -2 gives us -8, which is a perfect cube. So the area should be 27x cubed. We know it's going to be -8. So there's only two terms here, two perfect cubes. So what happens to the other sections of the rectangle? So we need to figure out what goes in the middle of this trinomial. So what goes here? How do we figure that out? Well, we can determine the area of this section. And we have here 4 for the length and 3x for the width. So we just multiply the two and we get 12x. Now we want this section here to be the opposite of 12x, which is -12x, because we want them to cancel each other because they can't show up in the area. We only want these two terms in the area, so this should cancel each other.